Yes, hello everyone. Thank you for being here. Welcome to 4 p.m. I'm Dean Stevenson, and usually I say that I'm sitting here at the piano all day writing music, but I've been hiding lately. I've been at the desk most of the time. But I've been here nonetheless, making music, new music which you're about to hear. Now, the musicians have been having a scant look at the parts. We have not rehearsed it yet. We didn't do it in secret. You're going to watch that happen. So you watch it being made, and now you watch it being made again. And then as we make it, you might have some questions or some curiosities about what the hell's going on. And we'll have a question and answer, if you like, as we put it together. This is what we do every day at 4 p.m, new music. And would you please welcome the string quartet for today, starting on mandolin with Luke, Margaret, Janet and Sophie. All right, it's still a string quartet. Yes, it is. Okay, so let's get going on today's piece. I've called today's The Sprite. Now, I know in the viola, which is Janet here, your part looks very similar to what the curtain raiser looks like. It's probably maybe just a click from that, in tempo-wise. So my screen there, as you've seen all day, will have the score as we play it. There's a paper copy here if you can't see the screen. One copy of the score. Help yourself, don't take it home, but you can read that while we play. Right. Hi. Okay. Let's try better. 1, 2, 3, 4. An A. Okay, hold there. This is all sight reading. You must probably, I think you should applaud that, because this is very good. Very clever of them. Okay. If at any point you think it might have a little bit more grit if it was like a short arco than a Pitts, you'd just have a chat about that. Or maybe later on, maybe?
Oh, yeah, maybe later.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
Just maybe you've got the fortes, do you want the suddenly much,
Not sorry, no. That's only because it's the end of a phrase, but yeah, maybe it is, actually, yes. Like at the end of 16, and then the end of, into B, they're kind of, end of 16, D, rah. Yep, they're quite accented and big.
Are you saying the third beat short?
Third beat, yep. Third beat in 16, yep.
Short.
Do you want to take a little back tempo a bit just to get those? No, all good. Okay, cool. That was very good.
He's not talking about long.
Let's try it from the top again. All right. 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah. All right, into figure A. And B, cello. Hold there. That was great. Let's have another go at that. So this is the cello's moment. We go from the top to the bottom. Let's go from B again. Yeah, so you can kind of just sort of slide around into those notes if you like. Yep. Into letter B, please. Letter B. D. Oh. Okay, hold there. That's great. This is great. And now the viola gets to go. Amazing. So I remember asking someone a while ago, like when I started doing this, what advice do you have about composition? And he said to me, with all honesty, just make sure everyone gets a solo. And that way no one gets annoyed or bored. So, turning it around. That includes you as the audience as well. That was very cute. How far did we get? Let's go from D. D. So it's because we've halved the pulse in the cello, so it's all back a bit and a bit quieter. But you can play out. Yep. D. D. Ah. Beautiful. A. Viola. Good. Let's have another look at the G when we're back in the flats. From G, because I know you've taken you up into the ledger lines there. Yeah. Okay. Well, no worries at all. From G again. B, oh. Can we try the same part with you doing a short arco instead, a little staccato feel? Just from G. Yep. From G again? Yeah.
Sorry, Dean.
Yes.
Do you want it to get louder as we get, like 52, the third time I've got that?
Yeah, let's do that. As we're getting toward the end, let's build it up, I think, yes. Not in tempo, just in volume. A great idea. Thank you. Yep. Okay, and this is the difference with the cello using the bow with short note as opposed to plucking pits. From G again. D, oh. I think I like that from G. Thank you. Yes, let's do that since it's got a bit more meat to it. Now, whilst you guys have a last look at the piece, that was the last bar, so we got to the end. It's a very short little piece. I've been doing this for a while now, and the last few weeks I've been writing some really heavy works, like with a traditional string quartet, really meaty things, and I'm just fucking exhausted. So I just thought I'd write a little kind of an ease up, because we have been doing this now. Today is 589 days. That's how many. Thank you.
A nice whack.
You've never applauded anything so stupid in all your lives. It's a thing to do it every day. If you do something at home and you don't like it, you probably set it on fire or put it in the drawer or put it in the box in the garage where things go to die. I don't have the choice. I have to show you everything I do, so that's part of the rub. And someone asked a question in a really good way yesterday, which is like, considering how many days we've been doing it, they said, at what point do you sweat it the most? And of course, they were American, because American would say sweat it. That's the way they talk. I thought, that's a good way of putting it. What point do I sweat it the most in the day? And the answer I gave was, and I think it's probably a universal one, we could agree with this, when the result that I write doesn't meet my expectation. That's when I sweat and go, why or how, what happened? And I suspect that's why most people don't do much of the thing that they let's say you like poetry or, sketching your portraits or something or other, but you're like, I can't think of an idea or not very good, or all those things where you know your expectation won't meet what you think you can do, because your taste is really good, you know what's good, but you know your skill won't match it, so you go, fuck it, I'll just watch some telly instead. So I think that's really common. And so I think that's probably the point, because I know I have a deadline at 4 p.m. when these fine people arrive, so I have to show something. So that moment of sweating, it is when expectations and reality don't always line up. But when they do, we go to the pub and drink because we're clever, and we make an album. There's an album of the hits, if you like, CDs and vinyls and things in the shop. So sometimes it really works, but most of the time it's just showing up. Does anybody have anything they'd like to ask, or anything about anything they're seeing or hearing at all? Any suggestions? No, we're all good. No questions. No curiosity. Okay. Oh, is there one over there? Okay, yes. What keeps me motivated? Showing up and being paid. Like, if I'm honest. Well, this was my idea. So every day I think at the moment we've done a bit of looking. We've looked pretty exhaustively, and in terms of museums and art galleries, I think I'm the only guy in the world doing this at the moment, who gets to sort of arrive and just write whatever the hell I like, and musicians show up. So that brings me back. The gratitude for that just brings me here every day. Thank you. And I think when it's a downtime, I'm not doing it, or when this finishes, I'll try to hold that and go, I like doing what I like to do, which is composing music. You might like to draw sketches. You might like to write poetry. You might like to use a material and do something else. You might like to mow, patterns in your lawn with your whatever it is you do. But I like doing that, so I'll continue to show up because I feel great when I'm doing that. If I can wrestle with that expectation reality thing and sort of keep that at bay, then just showing up and doing the thing that makes me feel good is enough. And not going, I can't think of anything good enough, and so I'll just watch telly and try and resist that as much as I can. Yeah, cool. All right. Oh, yes. How do I decide where to start? Yeah. Yeah. Of course. So how do I start? Sometimes, as I'm sure you would all be able to agree, with the thing that you like to do, sometimes you got an idea and you go, I'm going to start with that idea. But after 589 days, I don't always have an idea. So I would literally just arrive without having an idea that I like, and just start to play notes. That'll do. Da, 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 da. Write them down. Da, 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 da. Just write them down, and then just keep playing. And an hour later, there's a whole lot of notes on the page that I wrote down. So just starting with that, and it becomes its own function. The same that words become its own function. If you start writing once upon a time, I have no idea what happened next, but gee whiz, a guy came out of the door and he was wearing black, and there was a rabbit and a carrot and a spaceship, and who knows what happened. But words just lead on to other words, and away you go. It's just the form follows itself. And then suddenly you've got a masterpiece. Mm-hmm. Right, we ready to give it a go? Okay. This is day 589. I called it the Sprite. Luca mandolin. Margaret. Janet. Sophie. Sometimes they're like heavy, dense, modern thing that goes for 10 minutes, and sometimes they're that. I just needed that today. There you go. How do you start? I just need to not be heavy today. There you go. That was fun. Anything else you want to try differently? Another hour. Yeah, okay. It is sight reading, so it's an incredible job that they're doing this just like fresh off. And also, they normally would rehearse in private. You wouldn't see it, so it's kind of another whole level of weirdness and courage for them to do it. One of the conversations I would love to have with everyone, which we just don't have time because the museum has to close, about the act of creativity. So the risks involved when you don't have an idea showing up anyway, all of those sorts of things. I published my diaries of 150 consecutive days. That's what that book is. It's all my diaries, one day after another, with all of the live music involved. So read about the day, listen to the day. Thoughts and Essays on Creativity, that's a lovely little hand-bound book that is my kind of best kind of offering for you if you wanted to lean into it after you leave the museum. That's the best way probably to do it. Or just, the recordings are great too. I'll be up on the shop after we're finished if you want to have a chat about any of those things. Let's play today one more time. Or does anybody have any questions before we... Over the back there, sir. Oh, good question. Has the quantity of the music? Yes, absolutely. So on day one, on the eve of day one, which was quite some time ago now, I'd never actually done a string quartet in a day before. I just suggested it, and they said yes. And then I went, fuck, I've got to do it. So day one I thought was ace. But now I listen to it and I go, oh boy, terribly naive. And so I think if you do something a lot, you get better at that thing. Makes sense? But you only kind of, your increments of getting better is slow, steady but slow, depends on how much you work at it. But what changes quickly is your level of shit. So what was the worst thing you ever made comes up really quickly, and so the worst thing you made now is up here, not down there. So yeah, it does change considerably. I'm not a classical guy. I never studied composition. I didn't listen to classical music. I spent 25 years now playing in pubs, songs, bass, drums, all that stuff. So that's my lineage. So I had to just sort of do this job and then listen to a lot of composition and go, oh, how does that work? So now I find myself writing stuff that I wouldn't have dreamed of writing only just a few years ago because of the quantity. So yeah, the more you do something, the better you get at it, which includes being an asshole. So you must be really careful how often you do that because you get better at it the more you do. And there's one more question over here. Yes. Oh, if this was in a movie, what would the scene be?
Anything they wanted.
Yeah, well, I think I might leave that up to you. Let's play it one more time and you can decide whether it's probably, yeah, what country? What era? Is it black and white? Is it colour? Okay, good question. At the end of this playthrough, we will answer that question. Here we go. The Sprite, 589. All good with the tempo?
Yeah.
Yep. You can do. Luke, Margaret, Janet, Sophie. Hey! Thank you very, very much, everyone. Where were we? What do you think? Any thoughts, any ideas? Who was imagining? You're in the kitchen. Oh, you're in a kitchen. Oh, chefs in the kitchen. Like, making pastry or something. It wasn't like a horror stabby, knifey thing. No. Okay. Right. Okay. Cooking show. Yeah, it's a cooking show theme, isn't it? It's Maggie Beer's next theme. Yeah, far. Okay, here we go. Thank you so much, everybody. I'm Dean Stevenson. These musicians have done a fine job. Thank you so much for your time. I'll be up in the shop if you want to have a chat, or come see to me here at the side of stage for the next few minutes. Thank you much. Bye-bye.